Hi everyone, and welcome to another amazing episode of The Macam and the Mank.
Now I'm like bigging it up when we haven't even done it.
Hey, it will be amazing.
Well, this is Dragon's Domain, which is the most popular episode of both seasons.
That is quite an accolade.
And it's not just like of one thing, it gets voted on everything this, you know,
Right.
IMDb and on fan polls and all sorts of other things as well.
What about Catacombs?
Yeah, well, Catacombs is neutral.
Oh.
Catacombs does not express an opinion.
Oh.
But, you know, and everything else, yeah, it's widely seen. Wildly seen as the most popular episode of Space 1999.
Right.
So, just to remind you, it's horror, and it's Italian, and it's flashback, and it's brilliant.
Brilliant.
And you just have to remind yourself in this one,
Mm-hmm.
kids' TV, Saturday mornings.
Right.
Okay, so, shall we crack on?
We shall, however, I do wonder what Thomas the Cat is about to do.
Thomas says, with it being a horror episode, he's
needs-
right off. We have a black cat called Thomas, and he must star in his own horror
He
episode.
must.
There we go then.
Yeah.
Dragon's Domain.
Let's.
Really looking forward to this. I feel like it's been a long time since I saw this as well. So we're straight away. We have a typewriter.
Medical authority.
77th day since our moon left Earth. We were between galaxies, drifting through empty space,
Helena's keeping a diary.
Yeah. So she said it's 800 days.
when Tony Cellini began to believe that he was closing for a second time with his mortal enemy.
So here's our Italian guest star.
Yeah, who has a mortal enemy.
Yeah. And there's this weird sort of
Timey-wimey.
vortex sort of special effect, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's woke him up from his satin sheets as well as satin pyjamas.
I know, he's very luxurious. There'd be a lot of static going on there, wouldn't there?
Yeah, would help if I drink my beer, by the way, and I actually take the top off.
It would help, yeah.
So he has like lots of old guns and stuff. So, you know, we did hobbies in the last episode.
Yeah,
Well, we know what his hobby is,
He
don't we?
collects guns, yeah.
Military sort of artifacts. So yes, so that warpy thing is acting. Gianni is still with us, and he was at the convention this year.
Oh,
He got to go in the Eagle.
I really hope there's another convention and we go.
There's actually another one next year in San Francisco. So
Let's go to that one.
make sure your passport's in order. Yeah.
Is it not you that needs a new passport?
Should we start a Kickstarter and see if people will let us?
Yeah.
You know. So Gianni's gonna go. Sorry, Gianni. Tony. He's attacking the vortex thing with an axe.
Because that's obviously what you do with a vortex.
Yeah. And it's obviously some sort of figment because it disappeared and then reappeared somewhere else.
Yeah. So is it... Oh, he's just whacked the axe into his console.
Yeah. And he knows he's a bit batshit, doesn't he?
I was going to say, does he know he's nuts?
Well, he obviously did then, didn't he?
He's got his Italian chest out.
I'm not sure that normally computer consoles have tomahawks sitting out in the building.
Not as a rule.
Right, this is going to be a great one, this, Katie.
Oh,
You ready
so
for the
excited,
montage?
yeah.
And we're going to describe it to everybody. So
Oh.
the eagle blows up.
Screaming and dead people, vortex. Oh, what happened to him?
Smouldering dead bodies.
Yeah, that looked like some sort of grotesque arm. There was a pyjama dead body.
Same chest.
Yeah, I saw the chest, yeah. Check this out. Well, what happened to Barbara's hair?
So I think that is possibly your best montage, that, so far. It was very... I mean, Troubled Spirit was quite a what,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yes. So Tony is having flashbacks because Helena was telling the audience that he's been through this before.
Yes, I
and
heard
he's
that
having some sort of premonition that it's going to happen again. But I loved Helena's retro typewriter.
Yes.
It was brilliant, that.
It was.
There was no bloody iPads, was there?
Did you notice there was some orange on it?
Oh, very orange, yes. So, Dragon's Domain.
Dragon's Domain.
Yeah. So we're in medical.
Yeah.
It's blue.
Yeah.
Foxy nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the usual.
Bottles without labels.
Yeah. So
There's an alarm going off.
the producer died this week.
Oh.
Christopher Penfold. Yeah.
Oh.
And he was also the little guy in Danger Mouse.
Oh.
So Tony's now wondering why he's been tomahawking computers.
Yeah, and Helena's just got a ticket out of one of our machines.
Oh, he's got a spear and a boomerang.
Oh.
He really does like his gear, doesn't he?
Arms collector, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he's put his lights on and he's looking around as if to say, what the fuck?
I think Helena's machine has picked up that he's gone a bit batshit.
Yeah, it should beeping him.
Yeah. Tony,
answer the beep.
was it just a really good wank?
Yes. I'm fine, thank you, Doctor.
Well, you're not fine, are you?
Computer raised the alarm. Your pulse and metabolic rate had peaked into the danger zone.
It's C wank. Yeah.
It was a dream.
It was a dream.
Just a dream.
Anything dramatic?
No, nothing.
There's still an axe in your computer terminal, though.
Yeah. Carlu's going to be well pissed off when he finds out, isn't he?
Thank you, Doctor.
So,
Yeah.
she gets told if anyone's heart rate gets too high.
Yeah. Well, no, computer does.
But how does the computer know if he's just stood there?
I don't know, but we're at a window, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Well, you make it up.
So, oh, what's that?
It's like a nebula.
Yeah.
He's looking out the window and he's seeing
Pretty.
a nebula. Yeah. So he's obviously worried that whatever happened first time around, as Helena was telling us, will happen again.
You know what would look really good on the set?
Disco ball.
Pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's the first thing you think of when you consider things like the moon, isn't it? You just straight away say, well,
Computer all day.
you know, oxygen,
When you think of attractive orange aesthetics, you do.
I mean, computer every time.
orange. Yes, he would go with that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So it's 877 days. So it was Wednesday the 6th of February 2002.
Right.
Here we are.
And that looks more like they're playing drafts.
It's
than-
actually chess.
Is it?
Yeah, but then somebody on Catacombs has analysed this game, and apparently one of them plays an illegal move.
Restricted area and launch pad 4, but he's not on duty.
It still looks more like drafts.
Yeah, but the future is now.
So if they've got like Queen and King and stuff written on the
Yeah,
pieces.
you can actually see it,
Right.
the hieroglyphics.
Oh,
So Tony's on his way to do something stupid.
he's got a bit of a pot belly.
Who, Tony?
Yeah.
Who, the Italian
I
guest
mean,
star?
not that I can talk, but yeah, the Italian guest star.
So he's gone to, he's been locked out or whatever it is he's trying to do.
He's gonna get angry then.
Oh, here's Alan now.
Alan and his flares.
Yeah. Tony, what are you doing, mate?
Jack, sleepwalking.
Oh dear.
Oh!
So Tony's just popped Alan one and pinched his comm lock.
He's completely knocked Alan out.
Yeah.
Alan was just being friendly.
Alan's always friendly, isn't he?
Yeah, he's lovely.
So he's pinching an eagle.
Where's he gonna go?
He's obviously convinced that whatever the vortexy thing is coming.
Does he think that Nebula's involved and he's off to the Nebula?
Oh. Who knows?
Oh, here's John, conveniently in the same corridor.
John the hero.
Yeah.
Got a great anecdote about these two before I'm finished.
Oh, yeah.
About this episode.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't like Martin now, you won't like him after this.
Okay. I mean, I already think he's a bit of a knob.
Back out to embarkation immediately. Carlo, he's on board the standby Eagle using Carter's comm lock.
There we go.
The Eagle's on manual control, Club. Computer can do nothing.
Oh, bloody computer being
The
useless.
computer is useless.
Episode 23 and 23rd time it's been useless.
Should it not be able to take over from manual control?
Command order. Cancel safety restrictions.
You know
on
what?
launch
You know
pad
what
4
else is
to the access.
useless?
What, his wig?
The light flashing that says countdown. Would it not be more useful if it actually counted down, like with numbers?
You know. Yeah. Maybe when you work out this time machine thing, you can go back 50 years and you can make this point, can't you?
Oh, I didn't know I was working on a time machine.
So, Tony can't lift off because they've done something.
John is... Oh, it's like pistols at dawn.
Yeah, they've both got a stun thingy-majig.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, there he is.
John has shot Tony, but only stunned him because it was yellow.
Stunned him in the heart.
Remember that yellow and the blue?
Right, yeah.
I think it probably changes every episode.
It would be a shame to kill him when he's in his pyjamas.
She's got big boobs.
Yeah, hasn't she?
Yeah, foxy nurse.
A belt strategically placed to enhance them as well, I believe.
Is it? I wouldn't know. But can't say I've noticed.
Yeah.
So he's back. So Tony's in medical with the death button machine.
Yes, he's got that tray thing over his
So
chest.
it's the same.
that he
It's the
used.
same layout as in Space Brain.
Yeah,
Remember it?
I
With
do.
the So it's like they must have just reused the set. You know.
I think they have.
Leave it as it was. We'll put Tony in. Get rid of Shane. We'll stick Tony in.
It's a funny device they've got over. It is like, the trays.
That you put your food in.
Oh no, like like hospital trays, the table trays that go across the bed.
Yeah, no,
like
exactly
that.
that. Well, we said in the last episode it was Mastermind, or the episode before.
Oh yeah.
For 3 months, Eagle traveled time to the nearest star system, and he was going off on his own.
He's going off on his own. He's going off on it. Yes. So Barbara, sorry, not Barbara. Helena is like has previous with Tony.
Right.
Not in a relationship way, just like
in a doctor way.
In a medical way.
Right.
Yes.
He was the best amateur athlete I've ever seen.
Best amateur athlete.
Okay.
John did that thing with his finger in his thumb. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he's making a point. As you can tell by the podcast, I'm doing the same action.
Yes, Colin is making that action.
And John goes to the window now.
So he's wistfully looking out of the window. He's got a hand on his hip.
And his nipples are erect.
And an arm leaning on the window ledge.
Oh, Helena's come to join in.
Look, John, I know the ultra probe.
Ours have her nipples.
So, Ultra Probe was mentioned.
Ultra
So,
probe.
one thing I never realised until I've actually rewatched these things is that every bloody spaceship that was sent up from the Earth was crap. Because we had Death of the Dominion, they got lost in Uranus. We had Helena's antimatter husband, he got lost in Jupiter. Ultra Probe's another one you're going to find out about. There was the Meta Probe, which was the very first episode.
So why did anybody ever get in a spaceship?
They managed to build an entire moon base,
Yeah.
but they couldn't get anything else off the ground.
Yeah. How did that happen?
My report reinforced the case against him.
So basically, the shit hit the fan on this Ultra Probe, which Tony was on, and Tony came out with this really wild reason for why it went mad, and nobody believes
He's a
him.
threat to the safety of Alpha.
Maybe I should have used a laser and killed him. Why
Oh,
did you wait another
John
Why
said he
would-
should have killed him.
John's horrible.
Maybe, you know how Helena was jealous of Joan Collins?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the other way around now.
The handsome Italian stud.
Force behind
Would you like some Italian in you?
Yeah, to just eat that carbonara again.
Professor Victor Bergman had discovered a new planet beyond the then known limits of the Earth's solar system.
Oh, so that we'll flash back in here.
Oh, there's lots of maths
Space
on the
news.
board.
So the telly's on and it's space news.
How did they get space? Where's that
We're
thing?
flashbacking. We're in 1996.
Right.
You know, Gina G.
Wakefield.
Wakefield. So we're now in 1996 and we're on the Earth.
Victor's wearing a spiffing blue jacket.
Well, that's the one off Death of the Dominion. That's sorry to spoil it for you.
decision here, though.
So we're on Earth now, and Tony's there with John.
Operation from here.
And John is wearing a yellow top.
So the backstory is that they found another planet in the solar system.
Right.
An Ultra Probe's
Winner takes a ship.
gone to say hi,
Back or
Let's see.
and they're tossing to see who gets to go on the spaceship. John and Cellini, John and Tony. And just for once,
It's John.
John loses! Yay!
the gods know my foot. The gods know the best brains have to stay down here on Alpha.
So John's got a different sleeve?
He has. I just said that he's wearing yellow.
Oh, sorry, I was too busy wondering about Victor's sideburns being exactly the same length.
It was the 6th of June.
So even though we're on Earth, it's exactly the same set as Moonbase Alpha.
Commander, Captain Tony Cellini.
Oh, there's Bronson.
Astrophysicist.
All right, Bronson.
Look at that must-have.
Notable guest star. So do you recognise Bronson anyway?
No.
So you will have seen him in 3 different things.
Right.
So he is most famous for being Mr. Bronson in Grange Hill, who was an evil teacher. He was also one of the admirals in The Empire Strikes Back. You know when Vader's doing his nut and he's strangling them all?
Yeah.
So he's the first one. So at the beginning when they go to Hoth and he goes, oh, we've come out of Hoth, and he says, you came out too early, and he strangles him by the force.
Yeah.
And so finally, he plays Hitler a lot, you'd be surprised to know. And he was the Hitler who, in Last Crusade, Indiana Jones and Last Crusade, and he autographed his book. You know, they're burning all the books about halfway through.
Yeah.
He was Hitler.
I wonder, is it a compliment to always play Hitler?
Yes. Well, it means you're never short of work, because they're always making films about Hitler, aren't
Yeah, I
they?
mean, it's an interesting subject.
So Michael Sheard is his proper name.
Right.
Unfortunately, no longer with us. But yes, depending on your age, you'll have a different, version of him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so he's a notable guest star.
Right.
The music's quite famous as well. It's classical music. It's something like Adagio in G minor by Albaroni.
Right.
But it's a fake.
I know Adagio.
Months of uneventful routine.
I'm sure I had it on like a classical album that,
Would you recognise it?
yeah.
Well, there you go then. Very, very popular piece of music.
Right.
So they're now on the Ultra Pro.
Oh, that looks luxurious.
Yeah, luxury Ultra Pro.
Yeah, she looks very comfortable.
So there's 4 of them, isn't there? Two brunettes. Yeah, as usual.
I bet they're British.
2 brunettes and Mr. Bronson and Tony the batshit cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
So Ultra Pro's off to go and say hi to this planet. And of course the woman's bringing the man a cup of tea.
Oh my god. Honestly.
And it's not the same set as they used in Voyager's Return, is it?
No.
No.
That looks like Jupiter. Or from this angle it did. The screen's a little bit.
For days, excitement mounted as progressive readings confirmed the planet's condition was similar to Earth's.
So Helena's like narrating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she, as I say, she was involved from the start.
Yeah.
It does look very Jupiterish, doesn't it?
It does,
It also looks
yeah.
like that pizza I just ate. That looks horrible.
Oh, I feel really sad about your tea.
Yeah. That's
feel
what happens
like-
when you put pineapple on a pizza, isn't it?
I know.
It's revenge.
Who does that? I feel like you feel sad about your tea as well.
Behind Ultra,
I love this episode.
contact was temporarily lost with Moonbase Alpha.
Yeah.
The landing.
Oh, so they launched from Moonbase Alpha, not from Earth.
Yeah,
Oh, ignore me.
Yeah,
ignore
they
me
said
then.
that.
Ignore me.
John-
Sorry.
'cause
Sorry.
Because John said someone has to stay on Moonbase.
Sorry, podcast gods. I didn't mean to. I will read catacombs from top to bottom as punishment.
Aww, you'll enjoy that. That's not punishment.
Go on, Martin. So we've got a paper map out.
I was going to
it's
say,
1996.
is that the A to Z?
A to Z of planets, yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
turn
remember-
left at Uranus.
You remember when you got me an A to Z for Christmas?
Yeah. Is it like that?
Because I don't know where anything is.
Did it show you where the 9th / 10th planet was, depending on what time you were doing this?
The A to Z of space.
Because in '96 we still had 9 planets. So basically
so Pluto.
they found a sort of, it's almost like a graveyard this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a bunch of like spaceships that are all knackered and what have you.
It's at all their spaceships that are knackered.
You've got Brian Blessed going, hello Alpha! Oh dear. So yes, so there's all sorts of bits and pieces here, isn't there? And yes, it is all the spaceships they've used in the previous episodes that they just put a different paint coat on or something like that. Yeah.
Perhaps it's some huge conference of all space people.
She's got a terrible haircut, hasn't she?
Really bad.
The one in the middle.
Yeah, she's like I don't know, she reminds us of Paul McCartney in the 60s.
It's a good spot. Beatles haircut.
Yeah.
Beetle Bob.
Beetle Bob.
Yes. So they're in this graveyardy thing.
Check with computer.
Oh, cherry computer. Well, it didn't work in
I know,
99. It's not going to work in 96, is it?
Computer's rubbish.
So some cracking spaceships there, isn't there?
That blue thing looks like
Dream of interstellar travel.
I'm not going to say what I think it looks like.
Like Sons of a Man Summers.
That's not what I was going to say, but it's equally as not
Yes.
broadcastable.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing. It's like a graveyard.
Yeah, graveyard of spaceships. So why is there a graveyard of spaceships at the 10th planet?
Go aboard.
Because
By the way, I don't know the answer.
there are hostile aliens.
Hostile aliens? So they're going to dock with one of them by the looks of things. No. Great model work.
Alright, I was going to say,
Yeah.
it looks like the device they use to do internal scans on women.
Oh, right. So it's definitely an ultra probe then, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yes.
Instills fear in women everywhere.
So they've docked with this other spaceship. And the women are there. Are they there to clap them off? To clap off the men?
I know they're going to wave hankies or
It
something.
looks very sort of like
Give-
suffragette type
Give them a
thing, doesn't
flower
it?
as they walk
Yeah.
past.
Yeah. Blow them a kiss.
Yeah.
Goodbye, darling.
Can I take your hanky with me?
Oh, what's happened?
Whoa. Some sort of
What is it?
um
Wind. Noise. Light.
some sort of spiral galaxy like just flew towards
Well,
them.
we've seen it before, haven't we?
Yeah, it's the thing that he was trying to get with the axe.
And what is it?
It's like a oh is it plant or alien or
Rabbit kids, Saturday mornings.
it's like some sort of many tentacled alien. Now the light thing is around
Bronson's
head.
So it's controlling his mind as
yeah.
well.
He's just ran and thrown himself at the tentacles thing. The women are screaming.
Of course they're screaming, you know.
And Tony is...
trying to get the door open.
Yeah, he's trying to lift a lever and it's not going well.
Yeah. So the tentacle monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not doing very well, is he?
I mean, has it eaten him? Did it eat him?
Yep. And better still...
Oh, it's sicked him back up. It's skinned him, and now his skeletal, mummified body has been regurgitated and is smoking.
So, kids program.
This is horrific.
So now one of the women is shooting the monster with a stun gun thing, the one with the terrible haircut.
You wouldn't stun. Oh, now it's mind controlling her.
Now she's been roofied, hasn't she? Space roofied.
I'm going to call that the timey-wimey thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she is walking towards... See, the monster's mouth is like this light, like a hole of light.
Uh-huh.
And it's making them walk towards it.
So we've only got 2 left now, haven't we?
Yeah.
And her body's been spat out.
It has. Oh, now the other brunette's being timey-wimey.
The slightly more attractive one is about to, like, throw a 7, isn't she?
Resist, woman! She must have got an Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a bit more brutal with her. It's strangling her.
Yeah. Tony's trying to hotwire the spaceship so he can get in.
I can see why Tony went batshit.
He's managed to do it. He's managed to do it, and he's the more attractive woman still with us, but not now.
No, she's away.
So Tony is blasting the alien with a gun.
Run! Oh, the timey-wimey's after him.
So Tony has ran after making all that effort to get out.
Oh no, the tentacles through the door. He's hiding from it though.
He needs an axe or something here, doesn't he? Chainsaw.
Yeah, there's his, that must be why he collects
Yeah, very good.
guns and axes and things.
Uh-huh.
What is it to say? Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you.
So he's now sat back in his space chair.
Apologies for the pouring of wine sound.
ASMR. And he's separated his module, so his bit of the spaceship has gone off from the rest of the spaceship.
That's clever.
So it's a bit like the Narcissus, you know, in Alien.
Yeah.
So that was him saying bye.
That looks like a rocket now.
Yeah. So now he's got to go home and say, guess what happened to me? You're never going to believe this, boys and girls.
Well, the rest of the crew are not there, so they're going to have to believe something happened.
This big bumhole tentacle thing came in and everybody...
A bumhole tentacle thing is a really good description.
If your bumhole had a lamp.
Yes, if there was a light shining out of your bumhole, yeah.
Orbit round Ultra, which hurled him back towards Earth. He survived alone in that module for over 6 months.
6
months?
God, that sounds amazing. 6 months on your own. Imagine how many episodes of Friends you could watch.
So, you could maybe get through all of Ancient Aliens.
Oh, he's got a beard now to represent the fact that he spent 6 months there.
Time has passed.
Yes.
Your beard will be much longer than that after 6 months.
My beard infuriates me after 2 or 3 weeks. I'd hate 6 months worth of beard.
You've got like a full beard after a couple of days.
It's going soon.
Oh, not all of it.
No, I'll trim it.
Yeah.
Trim it. So but I won't look like him. So he's got some sort of calculator out and he's eating rations.
It actually says survival pack on the...
He's not a happy chappy though, is he?
He doesn't look very happy.
He looks like one of the sort of downstairs cavemen from the last episode, doesn't he? Mutant!
This module was eventually located and brought back to Alpha.
Oh, he's at number 6.
He was on the point of death.
Oh, he's passed out.
So that's why he needed a Helena, isn't it?
Yeah.
Helena. Oh, that was the other episode, wasn't it? I am your dead husband. So Yellow Sleeve John. Oh, it's Bob. Hi, Bob.
It's incredible he's alive at all. He'll survive. Oh yes, on courage.
courage.
Survived on courage.
That's all you need, boys and girls, is courage.
Yeah.
Sorry, I honestly thought this was Earth.
No.
Maybe you should be the authority on this, and I just sit there and go, have you seen her trousers or something?
I don't think so.
So one of the purple shirts has taken the computer out of the spaceship.
Yeah.
So they're obviously going to go and, like, check it out.
So is it like a black box or something?
Exactly what it is. Oh, now we're on Earth.
Those flowers look like mine.
We're on Earth.
Hmm.
So Helena's on Earth with a different haircut.
Just very different.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Cellini.
Yes.
So we're on Earth, but he's still wearing satin pyjamas.
Is she wearing like a nurse's outfit?
Who, Helena?
Yeah.
No, I just think that's a normal garb.
Right.
Please, a chair for Dr. Russell.
So we're on Earth. We're on Earth Hospital.
Very comfortable.
We are.
It's very luxurious, isn't
It
it?
does look luxurious.
Captain. Call me Tommy.
Yes, it is Margaret. Yes.
Margaret the cat is meowing along.
Come to
Her hair's very different there,
It's
isn't
very
it?
big.
That's how she had her hair in Mission Impossible.
It's voluminous.
Like that. If you've seen the old stills.
Right.
Yeah, voluminous is a good word.
Yeah.
monster from outer space.
So Tony's trying to say that he knows he sounds crazy,
Childhood fantasy, like Farrakhan's.
Even though it's true.
even though it's true. Yeah.
Now look,
That's right,
let's not
Margaret,
get off
yes.
on the wrong track, okay?
The fact is, if a man with a red coat and white beard drove into town,
Did he say red goat?
certified.
As in
He's Santa
farm
Claus.
animal? Oh,
Coat. Yeah,
I
he's
thought
saying
you-
Santa Claus.
I thought you were saying goat. I was like, I've never seen a red goat. Oh, her bracelet's
I didn't
impressive.
even mention the monster.
But that's what I wanted to talk about, isn't it?
I don't have anything
So he's the best of the Italians. He's Gianni.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good name as well.
Actor-wise, he's the best. He's the most. He's the most sort of.
Maybe in a while we can get around
Accomplished.
to my sex life.
All right.
Is he talking about
Seem
sex there?
fairly keen to talk on a wide range of topics.
I want to tell you the truth, Doctor.
Yeah.
I want to tell you that
This would have been good in X-Files, wasn't it? I was in a
Yeah.
spaceship, and the bloody Fox would be like that with his pad, wouldn't he? He'd
He
be lapping
would.
it up.
You'd be loving it. And Scully would be sitting there rolling her eyes.
Going bloody bumhole tentacle monsters. I'm heard it all now.
I'm absolutely certain of every detail I've put down. And if the black box data conflicts with my
Data?
story,
So he's not only Italian, but he's American as well.
Daughter.
Now that is a somewhat
It is
surprising
really good
statement.
bracelet, that,
I
isn't it?
know. You know what it looks like?
What?
Bottom of a Dalek.
You want to be believed.
Helen wearing a Dalek bracelet.
Yeah. So is she in the capacity of psychiatrist here?
I've got no idea.
Because she's not administering medical attention, is she?
random reason you have to believe
I think for the
that I,
plot,
Cellini, have stolen
it was helpful that
Yeah.
she knew about this beforehand.
fought it single-handed and survived.
Do you think Nurse is getting ready there with the with the magic spray? Oh no, Helena's doing it. Helena's doing the roofing, but he won't let her.
No. But does he need to be roofied?
Yeah, he's losing it there, isn't he?
Sometimes a good rant and rave's good for the soul.
Well, I think Helena's always thinks the best of people, doesn't she? Yeah. End of Act 2, kids. You know, can you imagine the kids after that?
Can you imagine the kids? What does it? You know how people are frightened of the hospital, or kids can be, and they see this and they're coming at them with this massive needle.
And they've had like the 3 bodies being spat out and whatever else.
Decompression procedure.
So Victor's got the black box, even though it's red, but we'll ignore that.
He's got no more hair than he has.
No, it hasn't. It must have been an early onset.
Yeah.
Whatever was going on there.
Baldness.
Yeah.
If the black box didn't record the monster, is it conceivable that
Why would a black
monsters are instrument
box be
can't
called a monster? Has it got a special chip?
And it wasn't.
Just because we haven't experienced
You know,
something
black
doesn't mean it
boxes
doesn't
do things
exist.
like speed and distance. And
I know it doesn't film all of the ship at all times.
I know we must.
I still want to know why he's wearing his ski jacket thing.
I know, maybe it's
Is
just
it
cold in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Tony wasn't fantasizing about those. Because those contacts are
John's not changed, has he?
Nah.
He's not exactly mellowed, has he?
He's going on like he's in charge here.
Yeah. I remember the backstory that they're friends and all that stuff.
And Victor was his professor.
So the complete fuck up with the ultra probe is why Victor was grounded, because it was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
That was like the last thing we were going to let him do wrong.
Yeah. He's got his telescope in the background there.
I
which is
see
nice.
that, yeah.
It's a nice touch, isn't it? You see more of the telescope,
Mm.
but it's a laser.
Oh.
They do like to reuse a prop in this.
Well, you know what? If there's money to be saved.
70s Britain.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it is.
So John and Victor are trying to rationalise everything here. I
Unfortunately,
like Victor having his badge with his picture on. Is that like when they go to school?
Yeah, he's
So
got a badge with his picture on.
Do you remember Commissioner Simmons?
Yeah.
So this is Commissioner Dixon.
Right.
And this set is M's set from the James Bond films.
Ah.
So they're in James Bond mode here.
They're in Judi Dench's office.
Yeah. Yes. So we've got John and Victor. And who's the other one? Is it Tony?
He's in the hospital, isn't he?
Who's the other one?
Commissioner,
Oh, it is Tony.
It is Tony.
Yeah.
what about the positive aspects of the mission?
So they've gone to see the boss and they're in the ski suit.
Yeah, they're in very... So John and Tony are wearing orange versions of Victor's blue jacket.
So Commissioner's saying it's another fuck up spaceship.
What are you going to do about it?
No, he's saying that's it now. You know.
Fuck you lot.
Yeah. They're not going to let us do anything anymore now. He'd be saying like, I'd be amazed if we could even order another set of 10 pens, you know, because we keep fucking everything up.
I'm the only one who can answer that, Commissioner.
I like his spectacles.
Who, Commissioner Turtleneck?
Yeah. You don't like turtlenecks, do you?
Oh, everybody in the turtleneck's evil.
Weren't you complaining that Pepper's wearing a turtleneck?
One of my colleagues at work sometimes wears one. I should not say who, because word is spread that I have a podcast at work.
Well, whoever wears it is going to know it's them because they'll be wearing it.
Alright, okay, fair. Victor was looking very relaxed on his chaise longue with his coffee.
Yeah.
Victor being the hippie as usual.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe everything. He'd have gotten well with Fox, wouldn't
He would, yeah.
Wingman, yeah. Correct. John's going to be sitting right in the middle here, isn't he?
Well,
Ships are out there. One of them is ours.
oh, I saw him do the finger thing.
Yay!
He did the finger thing.
Mm-hmm.
They've all got their pictures on their
I
jackets.
think that's hilarious, that.
Yeah.
Not only has it got the name on, but it's got the picture on just in case.
Yeah.
Spaceship Graveyard!
Did you know that elephant graveyards are not real?
Yes.
Did
You know
you
why
tell
I
me
know?
that?
Because I told you, yes! Yes, that was a Brian. So if you like podcasts, you'll enjoy Skeptoid by Brian Dunning. We should get paid for that, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should.
Yes,
We haven't listened to
the scary story one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he restart normal?
700 episodes though, we've only done what? This is 23.
I know, yeah. He's been doing it for years though, hasn't he?
And we will only get to about 50. So anyway, John's here being rational now and he's saying maybe it was like
Commissioner,
googly tentacle space aliens.
But why would he lie though?
Who? Tony?
Tony, yeah.
the moment the door was open, the recording stopped. Therefore, there is no evidence of death by decompression.
Death by decompression?
Mm.
Actually, that's a good point. Yes, where's the bodies?
Yeah, what? No, because it spat them out.
But they're in the other half of the spaceship that was
Oh,
left
and he
there.
injected it.
Yeah.
Quite obviously, you're not concerned with your reputations.
Reputation.
Find out the future of the space program.
Space program. Space news.
Well, their reputation will be completely irrelevant soon once the moon
Yeah.
gets blown away.
You won't see him again. Wonder why they couldn't have got Roy back in to do this part. That would have been really good, that wouldn't it? Get Roy to be Commissioner Simmons.
Yeah.
You're all useless at your job.
Maybe Barbara didn't like him.
Radiation and the like, but if we think we know everything that goes on out there, we're making a terrible mistake.
It's nice to see them on Earth, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some good books there, isn't
It's nice to see John's personality is the same.
it? He's still a knob.
Yeah. He's still an aggressive knobhead.
You imagine that on the script notes. John is exactly the same.
You for some suitable mental supervision.
Oh, he's going to get mentally supervised?
Mentally supervised.
As somebody with a psychology degree, how do you get mentally supervised?
Wow.
What do? You have to wear a big helmet or something? I don't know. Yes, because I don't know, state the obvious, but they make the James Bond films at Pinewood, so
Yeah.
they must have just said, you know, was it 1975? So what? Oh, they had a break at 75.
Did
Yeah,
they?
they had a couple of years off.
The day the moon blasted out of Earth's orbit.
Yes, well, I remember that day very well. It was a Monday.
As commander
Yeah.
of the base, Victor Bergman, Tony Cellini, and I were also there. Memories of the Ultra Probe ship disaster were obliterated in our fight for survival.
Obliterated.
Oh.
I do like the way that they throw these like special guest stars in, and we've never seen them before. But they
Yeah.
say it as if they were like the furniture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, here we are.
There we are, they're in medical.
We're back to sort of present time now,
Yeah,
aren't we?
we are.
Present moon base time. 877 days. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
you know, she said 877 days. There's a lot of that in season 2. They're all over the place. They managed to jump 5 years in 2 episodes once, and it's a 2-parter.
Right.
So nobody is taking count of these things.
It's a bit like Captain's Log, Stardate, whatever.
But they literally do not give a shit. They'd be like, right in the scripts, go, Sheila, have you got a number? Right, 427 days.
Isn't there a lady called Gladys or something?
It's Gladys's job to have pointed out. There's a 2-parter and they're 5 years apart.
Yeah.
And they're not 5 years apart. They're
No.
2 days apart. You know.
Did John bring her a flower?
He's brought her a vase.
Has it got a flower in it?
Because he's shy. You know what John's like? He's tight as anything.
But well, then what's the pattern?
I don't know.
I think there's a flower in it.
Oh, don't spoil me like pissing on his parade.
I think he's being romantic.
Really? Okay. Honestly, I didn't even look at Joan's legs. He's saying, Joan who? Oh yeah, it has got a flower in it. You're right again, aren't you? As I said, we should definitely swap places for the next episode. Testament of Arcadia. You can tell them all about Robert Retty doing the dubbing and everything.
Oh yeah. I think we'll leave it with you.
Really? Okay. So Tony's woken up now from his death button mind probe, whatever it was.
And they've taken the wires off his chest.
Yeah.
He's sweaty.
So he's basically saying, it's back. And this time it's personal.
No survivors.
What is it like? Rocky 3, you know. Rocky 4 is like he's going Drago. You killed my friend.
It was nothing.
It was nothing. No, it wasn't Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret the cat is busy shouting at Colin.
Heard in the communications post.
Tomahawk?
Tomahawk. You won't go to those Tomahawk steakhouses.
No. And there are reasons that I won't say for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying
Not
to do?
that I'm married to a solicitor or anything. But, you do that furcaminosis thing anyway. You don't do dodgy steakhouses.
Pneumoconiosis.
That's the one. Yes.
I don't do it anymore, but I used to.
Yeah. So beep beep beep. Who's this going to be? Paul Carno.
Carno.
Paul.
Ah,
Guess what?
he wants him to go to main mission.
Guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
Come on. Guess what? I'm being serious
Oh,
here.
it's in main mission.
No, but what have they found?
The timey-wimey thing.
Yes, they found the spaceship graveyard
Yeah.
thing. So Tony was right. There we are.
Yay.
Even though they're like a trillion miles away,
Yeah.
the graveyard has moved.
How would the graveyard move?
Victor, it's the same sort of thing Cellini described.
There you go.
Mission to Planet Ultra.
Oh, Victor's agreeing with Tony.
Victor,
How the fuck is that?
last night Cellini had a violent...
Sorry, mate, but how the fuck?
How has it happened?
After the nightmare, maybe even as part of it, he tried to steal an eagle. I had to stun him.
Which one?
We just came
The
around.
drummer.
He said he was going out to face it.
Yeah. So he knew it. He knew they were all back.
Yeah, but how?
You know, spacewalks, all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Black holes.
Psychicness.
Well, they fell through a black hole and came out the other side of the universe. So why
Yeah.
couldn't it happen to other things?
Uh-huh.
Or it could be because the plot demanded.
That's your answer to a lot of things.
It could be MacGuffin.
MacGuffin.
Actually, no, it's a good MacGuffin this one, isn't it?
Ultra, Victor, this moon has moved, so...
That's specifically your answer to a lot of the alien plot.
Something triggered Cellini.
Kate's got a different haircut in the back.
What is that kid?
Yeah. It's very beautiful.
He's fine.
Very frizzy.
Check the records. records of Ultra Probe 1996.
1996.
Such a
Good year
lot.
for music, 96. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. Carney would have loved that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd be head banging to that.
Such a long time ago.
So not only is the graveyard back, but also the half of the ship that they left.
So he'll be able to see the
Yeah.
bodies and everything.
So what it's basically saying, it's the same graveyard.
Yeah.
Because the Ultra Probe's still there.
Yeah.
I want an escort.
So of course,
Ready for action.
He's going to go and have a look.
of course he is John. You know.
He wouldn't send somebody else.
Oh, Alan's better now, by the way.
He's better.
You know, when he got beat up in like
Oh,
first 2 minutes,
he
didn't
did,
he?
didn't he? Yeah. God, so much has happened since
There was a
then.
lot of sympathy for his character there, wasn't there? You know, off you go, Alan. We've decided you're better.
I forgot that it even happened in this episode.
Now fuck off and go, you know, go and do what you need to do.
There's nothing.
So Tony is chastising main mission, saying, "Well, have you seen any tentacle bumhole monsters? Have you seen anybody used to be in Grange Hill
Get as close as it's safe to its
or their body?"
Victor's absolutely certain there's no danger in the area on board the probe ship.
Tony's desperate to go. Oh, don't let him go.
I know.
Sounds fine.
He needs to have closure.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Closure. I like closure. And he has a lot of hair gel going on there as well. He uses more than I do.
Looks like he does, yeah.
Somebody at work commented on the amount of hair gel that I was using this
He's
week.
got a chance to clear himself after 5
Because I
years.
need my hair cut.
I'm worried, John.
Yeah. Helena's worried. I'm not
Helen
really
is-
surprised.
Helen's always worried.
Oh, purple shirts. There's Quentin Pierre or whatever he's called. Oh, I do like this episode. Oh, you can't send Victor. You can't send Victor to go and meet the bumhole monster.
Why?
He's an old man.
He's very sprightly still.
But if he was 59 in 99, he's in his 60s now.
Sorry about
That's still young these days.
These days, but 25 years ago, but in the future.
Hang on. Let's process that.
So, Tony has just roofied Alan, and now he's took command of the spaceship.
Oh.
Alan's not having a good day, is he?
Not where Tony's concerned, he's not.
Oh dear. He might let the first one go, but that second one...
I know.
Have you got something personal against me? Is there a history between Italians and Australians? I mean, I'm not very good at these sort of geopolitics. Yeah?
Not that I know of.
Passenger module to pick us up at launch pad 1.
Sorry, John. You're off route.
Look, it's my enemy.
My enemy. There we go. Oh, I like the music. Duh, duh. It literally went duh, duh, duh.
Yeah.
You're not getting Albinoni back.
Who?
It was a fake, you know that classical piece of music?
Oh,
It was passed off as being a genuine piece of 18th century music, and it wasn't.
right. Oh,
It was done in the 50s or something like that.
well, that's a bit of a swizz.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But why would you do it anyway? But anyway, that's another story. It's not a classical music podcast.
No, but we can discuss stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Beam every scanner we have in Cellini's direction. If you find anything, let me know right away.
Beam every scanner we have in Cellini's direction.
Beam everything. Okay.
Is that even a sentence?
Tony Cellini.
How would you beam a scanner? I'm just trying to think.
Pointer scanner.
Yeah, beam.
What's that guy got against me?
Yes, Alan, exactly. Exactly.
What has he got against you?
Oh no, cobber. Oh. Red shirt, eagle, dude. Sending the heavy guns here. They're not sending Paul or somebody we recognise, are they?
No.
Nah. Oh, so the Cellini's eagle's been followed by two more. Oh, bless Tony. He needs to get out of his
He's
system. doesn't he?
traumatised, isn't he? I mean, you would be, though.
Yeah. So they're off to the
I
graveyard.
don't know how well I'd handle that. I mean, I'm still processing that Aldi don't do the tuner I like anymore. Never mind something like that.
I don't quite understand as well how all these spaceships and everything are so locked down. Everything in this episode has been because somebody can or can't open the door. Even when the bumhole monster was at it, he couldn't open the door. Now they can't open the door.
Yeah.
I mean, what is the problem?
The doors?
You know, Doesn't have a big override button or something like that?
No energy field.
You'd think Carnu would have some sort of override facility or capability,
Do you
wouldn't
remember
you?
when Helena went, "Computer's telling us nice stories today"? Can't remember which one that was.
There's Paul and his moustache.
Paul's moustache. Damn it.
Happy John.
Happy John, yes. Happy John indeed.
Right about those ships.
Doesn't mean he was necessarily right about the monster.
A monster.
But it makes him look a
I
whole
quite like these highly trained scientists calling it a monster.
Yeah.
It's not a space entity or something like
They're
that.
the monster.
Victor.
I don't think much of the in-flight movie, do you?
Sorry, John.
What they got on today? Alien.
I think John believes him about the monster.
Obviously.
Victor does.
Oh, Victor believes anybody.
Yeah.
Flies caught in a spider's web.
Spider's web, I like that. That's a good analogy, isn't it?
Monsters.
I'm just going to look at what this is called in Japan while we wait for the conclusion. It is Emergence of Monsters in Space Tomb.
Oh.
That's very dramatic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they beheaded an eagle, as per bloody
I
usual.
prefer dragons to men.
Yeah.
I know these poor eagles, so that is docking with the space probe
With Ultra
one.
Probe.
Ultra Probe.
Yeah.
Make it as smooth as you can.
John,
The last episode was coming of the huge space town.
Yeah.
I love it.
if there was anything else.
It wasn't the, spaceship where they eat people. Because that would have been a proper Japanese one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and also an enormous spoiler.
Pause it straight away, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tony's tooling himself up. He's got his axe.
He's got his axe.
He's
yeah.
ready for it now. He's got his axe and his rope. Grappling hooks. That's not very sort of futuristic, is it?
No.
Yeah.
So are John and everyone following him?
Yeah, I think he ejected their sort of module and what have you. I thought they're still on it. I don't know. I don't really care. It's all about him and the alien now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Ripley. Yeah. It's all gone very soft focused as well, hasn't
I
it?
know, I was thinking that.
Yeah. Is it real or could it be fantasy?
Well, I was just looking at this bottle thinking this is definitely non-alcoholic when the screen went fuzzy.
Oh, it's just your shit laptop.
Aww.
So here it comes. Here's Johnny. That's just literally, isn't it? It's at the door.
Yeah.
So Chilly
With
in his
his
back.
axe.
Chilly in his back with his axe and his rope and his grappling hook.
My laptop's not shit.
It's just humour, comedy.
Yeah.
You know why we do the podcast. So here it is. It's back.
It's back, tentacles and all.
The kids have just about recovered. Now
And
they're traumatised
yeah.
again. Mummy, big monster, mummy.
Come on, Tony, don't let it get you.
So he's going to hook himself in. There we are. He's been very sensible, isn't he?
Yes.
So he's attached the rope to himself and he's hooked it in.
It's a bit like in Poltergeist when they tie a rope around the waist.
It's the sound effect's very good, isn't it? It's not
Yeah.
quite a scream, is it? Yeah. So the monster's hungry.
It's almost like it's a different dimension, like through the monster.
Yeah. Yeah. So Cellini's now using his axe.
Yeah, he's swiping at it with his axe. Come on, don't get pulled in.
I mean, we've seen enough of these things, haven't we? He needs to go for the eye, doesn't he? He needs to go for the middle. Like the thermal exhaust port that we seem to mention every episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's strangulating him.
He's got tentacles around him everywhere.
Is John going to appear?
And his rope shredding.
Yeah, his rope's getting frayed.
He's really in trouble here.
Oh no, not Tony.
He's only known him for half an hour.
So?
So he's getting swallowed up
Yeah.
by bumhole tentacle monster.
I've known Margaret the cat for about a minute and a half when I knew she was for me.
Alright. Oh, but he's got his knife.
Oh,
Where did his knife come
he's
from?
stabbing it and it's bleeding.
It's bleeding on his eye.
Oh.
Yeah. Again, kids thing.
Oh my.
There's blood everywhere,
This
isn't
is
there?
not children's
Can you imagine
show.
Gordon the Gopher and Philip Schofield and Sarah Green.
Yes, they Sooty and Sweep and stuff.
Yeah, and next up we have 5 Star or something like that.
Yeah.
Wait, Commander.
Come on, Alan, get a move on.
So here comes the boys
Yeah,
and Helena
and
to save the
Helena.
day.
Helena got 2 guns.
And who do you think the hero is going to
Oh,
be?
it's got to be John. John the hero.
Ah, there you go. Ah.
What do you think it'd be like being an actor with your other half?
I'd probably enjoy it. So anyway, we're back on the spaceship and everybody's like, Tony's about to get sucked in.
Oh, and then, come on, John.
Come on, John. John.
No! Tony!
Well, John's firing at the monster with his space laser.
So is everyone else.
It's not doing much, is it?
No.
So they've got...
Oh, he's got the axe.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Do you think that's it for Tony, though?
Do you think John's wig will stay on? With all the wind and everything?
To be well stuck down. You use tape for wigs, don't you?
I don't know. I've never had one.
No, neither have I.
And who won?
John, of course.
Yes. So John has axed the monster to death.
But where's Tony? Well, they all have to believe it now, don't they?
Well, there's a piling steam of tentacles, isn't there?
Yeah. The tentacles still seem to be moving a little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unfortunately, Tony didn't make it, but then they're the dead bodies from Mr. Bronson and everything. So it proves he was right.
Who are Tony? Oh, his closure doesn't matter one way or the other now, does it? Now that he's dead as a doornail.
Oh. So we're still in the space graveyard, aren't we?
We
Monster was
are.
more than any of us could believe. According to our criteria, it was never alive.
What?
So how could we be sure?
What?
It was dead.
It was definitely alive.
If it was never alive, how could it be dead?
How could it have been bleeding?
I know.
Wonder
And
about the
digesting.
astronauts of those other fabulous ships. All we know about them is their terrible fate. The fate of Tony Cellini.
Oh, bless.
If we ever do find a new place to live, and if we succeed, we're going to need a whole new mythology.
Are we? I didn't have that down on my list. You know, oxygen, food,
Mythology?
some really cool stories that we need to tell everybody.
Is that what she's doing? She's starting to write a new book.
Yes. Well, the story's very George and the Dragon, isn't it? Hence Dragon's Domain. Yeah. So go on. It must be Basil. We've had Anne for the last million, haven't we? It's got to be Basil, hasn't it?
Right, well you say Basil then.
Bronson was called Darwin. Darwin King.
Wow, what a name.
Mm-hmm. That's good, isn't it? Basil. It's got to be Baz. I think Baz like jazzed up the eyeball. Yeah,
Yay!
Basil! Oh, that was an exhausting one, wasn't it?
It was very intense.
Yes. So, Dragon's Domain.
Dragon's Domain.
Dragon's Domain, the most popular episode
It
of
was-
Space 1999.
It was very good.
It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really good. We might watch that actually just without us gabbing.
Like on the TV.
Like what normal people do.
Yeah.
Instead of saying wig, matte painting, wig. Like, I'm going to tell you that the typewriter is called a Triumph Adler Gabrielle 2000, and it was used in Force of Life, and I'm showing you a picture of Foxy Zoref's wife,
Yeah.
and there's a typewriter.
So I see.
Yes, so she must have borrowed it off
I
Helena.
know she must have done.
I've got a novel to write about a husband who turns into a Rice Krispie monster when he goes to the nuclear power plant. Can I borrow your typewriter? Yes, sure, love. Just bring it back. Oh, bless. Yes, it was a good one, that, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Cool. So, yes, we're nearly done now.
That makes me sad.
So anecdote time.
Okay.
So you actually have already done 75% of this just by piecing together your knowledge and your sort of how you feel about the show and your sort of spidey sense. So in the original script, Alan saved the day.
Ah.
And guess what happened, Katie?
Oh, what a knobhead.
And
John came in and did what John does.
Martin basically went around to the scriptwriter's house and says, "This is not what happens in this show." And he was an absolute knob. I can't remember the exact quote, but it was something like that. It is not his purpose. That was it. It is not Alan's purpose to save the day.
Why can't Alan save the day?
The problem is twofold. Firstly, Nick Tate actually got an early copy of the script, so he knew it'd been written out. And second of all, they then replaced it with him getting bloody done in twice.
Yeah.
So not only did he not get to save the day, but he then got beat up at the beginning and he got beat up at the end.
So did Martin just not like getting on with people?
Martin didn't like anybody else being the star.
It's a bit pathetic, really, isn't it?
Apart from one episode in season 2 where they all went on holiday. He didn't give a shit then. That's the one with Darth Vader in it.
Right.
He was like, him and Barbara were like, "Oh, whatever. We'll turn up at the end and you can just do what you want for 50 minutes.
Honestly, people like that really get on my nerves. Like a right God complex.
Go to the south of France. Just do what you want.
Yeah.
We don't care. Yeah. Somebody else can be the star.
South of France does sound nice.
So actually, that episode, Alan has quite a decent part in that. So maybe it's like, but yeah. So even like 3 or 4 weeks ago in the convention, Nick Tate was still telling the story.
Really?
So he's obviously still like pissed off about it all. Although he himself as a person, he comes across really well. And for anybody who's interested, go on YouTube and type in Nick Tate convention and stuff like that, because he doesn't just do 99, he does all sorts of other conventions as well, because he's been in Star Trek and Lost and stuff like that.
Right.
And he comes across really, really well, because he's from a showbiz family. He's Nick, so he's third generation.
So it's in his blood, really.
Yes. So his mother and father, and then I think it's his dad's dad, were all actors, showbiz, singers, whatevers.
Right.
So he was actually born into a family that was like, he was already sort of aware of it all. But he comes across really, really well. He's not bitter. He just finds the whole thing hilarious, and he says, "I've had a good career," and he's 80 odd now, and he just says, "Look, I've had a good career. This was a lot of fun. The best thing about it is the fans."
Yeah.
Because he said he enjoyed being with the cast and he enjoyed making it, but he didn't particularly enjoy the whole Barbara Martin thing. But I guess not everybody would as well. But he stuck it out to the end, and that shows a measure of a man, doesn't it?
Well, it certainly shows his character, doesn't it?
Absolutely, definitely. And he got offered a part in Lost, and it was around the time of 9/11, and he did not want to fly, and his family persuaded him to go and audition and do it.
Right.
And he didn't want to do it. He said, "Nah, I'm not interested in being in America," because he's still based in Australia. He said, "I'm not interested in being American, flying and all this other stuff like that. I just don't want to do it." And they persuaded him to do it. And he said he hated his audition. He just went in, did a thing, walked straight out again. He just assumed he hadn't got it, went home, and like 5 minutes later they said, "When can you start?" So yeah.
Well, they obviously had in mind that they wanted him anyway, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, exactly. And he was really good in that. But we digress. So yes. So we have one more episode, and it is a completely different episode again.
Right.
And that is called Testament of Arcadia.
Oh.
And it is an Italian one, and it's another tropey sci-fi one.
Right.
So it's every science fiction show has an episode like this.
Okay.
So I'm not going to spoil it because it's part of the plot as well. Yes, and then we're done. Then we can wash our hands with season 1.
Well, we're doing the additional ones.
Oh
aren't we?
yeah, we definitely do, because not only do we need to deal with the movies,
we
also need to deal with Sybil Danning.
Sybil Danning.
Yes.
Is that a person?
It's definitely a person. definitely a person. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So, thank you very much, everybody, for listening. I hope you enjoyed Dragon's Domain.
Thank you once again.
And then join us next week for the last episode of season 1.
Wow. All right.
How exciting.
See you next week, guys.